Hey everybody, I'm Tom Morris. Welcome from Boulder, Colorado. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be playing about 50 minutes of music this afternoon. Today I'm soliciting donations to the Equal Justice Initiative. You can find more information on my post and at eji.org, Equal Justice Initiative. So I posted the set list on Friday. You'll be hearing some deeper cuts, as they say, somewhat more obscure things from Pierre, Bensusan, John Renbourn, Ed Gerhard, Michael Hedges, a song from the folk tradition, as well as some more well-known things, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Led Zeppelin, and a couple others. I'm going to start with a song from Richard Thompson, and this one is a love trio between a woman, her man, and his motorcycle. It's called 1952 Vincent Black Lightning. Here's how it goes. Says Red Molly to James, that's a fine motorbike. A girl could feel special on any such like. Says James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. And I've seen you at the corners and cafes, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled her on behind and down to Box Hill they did ride. Says James to Red Molly, here's a ring for your right hand. But I tell you, nurse, I'm a dangerous man. For I fought with the law since I was 17. I robbed many men to get my Vincent machine. I'm 21 years, I might make 22. And I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. But if fate should break my stride, then I'll give you my Vincents to ride. Come down, Red Molly, said Sergeant McRae. For they've taken young James A. armed robbery. Shotgun blast hit his chest, left nothing inside. Oh, come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she got to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But but he smiled to see her cry. Said, I'll give you my Vincent's to ride. Says James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 52 black lightning and a red-headed girl. Now Nortons and Indians and Greaveses won't do. Oh, they don't have a soul like a Vincent 52. And he reached out his hands and he slipped her the keys. Said, I've got no further use for these. I see angels and Ariels and leather and chrome swooping down from heaven to carry me home. Then he gave her one last kiss and died. And he gave her his Vincent's to ride. James 80, armed robbery, foreseeing his own demise. So from that sort of lighthearted, we go to one of the darker songs that I play. This is from Crosby, Stills, Nash, and it's called 4 and 20. He was tired of being poor, and he wasn't into selling door to door, and he worked like the devil to be more. A different kind of poverty now upsets me so. Night after sleepless night, I walk the floor and I want to know, why am I so alone? Where is my woman? Can I bring her home? Have I driven her away? Is she gone? Morning comes the sunrise and I'm driven to my bed. I know that it is empty and there's a devil in my head. I embrace the many-colored beast. I grow weary of the torment. Can there be no peace? And I find myself just wishing then my life would simply cease. All right, on that low note, we're going to move on to actually one of the most positive songs that I play. This one's full of loving things. It's a it's a love song to a dog, if you pay attention to those things. Bron-y-Aur Stomp. Song. Thanks to the Zeppelin for that. I'm going to switch things up a little bit here. Play some Michael Hedges, who may be familiar to some of you. If you're not familiar with him, I strongly recommend checking him out. He is my favorite guitarist, and I will try to do right by him on this first song. which is named after a Tom Robbins novel called Jitterbug Perfume. This is called Jitterboogie. Jitterboogie. Fun stuff. Gonna do one more Michael Hedges. This one is called Ritual Dance. And it is a challenge to play. So let's see how this one goes. All right. Very good stuff. From Michael Hedges, thank you for that. So this next one is from the folk tradition, as they say. The author lost in the mists of time, even though that time is not all that long. So this song is based on actual events that happened in 1868 in New Brunswick. It has 4 verses that move right along quite swiftly. There's adultery, there's bastardy, there's murder, there's capital punishment, and we roll it all in 3 minutes or so. Good stuff. So this is called Sarah Vail. Sarah Vail. Unhappy events in New Brunswick. So some of you may remember, if you're super paying attention, I did a song a couple months ago with Richard Thompson called The Sights and Sounds of London Town, which I described as sort of a character study. And this is one that is in the same vein. character study for London. And this one's called Mother Goose. Let me change one thing here. As I did walk by Hampstead Fair, I came upon Mother Goose. So I turned her loose, she was screaming. And a foreign student said to me, is it really true? There are elephants and lions too in Piccadilly Circus. Try and catch some sun. Must have been at least 100 schoolgirls sobbing into handkerchiefs as one. I don't believe they knew I was a schoolboy. And the bearded lady said to me, if you start your raving and you're misbehaving, you'll be sorry. And the chicken fancier came today with his long red beard, and his sister's weird, she drives a lorry. Left down by the putting greens, I popped them in their holes. 420 labourers were labouring and digging up their gold. I don't believe they knew I was Long John Silver. Jethro make his rounds with his jet black Mac that you won't give back, stole it from a snowman. As I did walk by Hampstead Fair, I came upon Mother Goose, so I turned her loose, she was screaming. Try and get some sun. Must have been at least 100 schoolgirls sobbing into handkerchiefs as one. I don't believe they knew I was a schoolboy. Fun stuff. All right, I'm gonna switch gears. That was the kind of the upbeat portion of our program. I'm gonna do some finger picking things, a little mellower, as we move into middle of the afternoon. This first one is one that I learned from Leo Kottke, but it's actually an Al Gaylor song, and Al wrote the song promptly upon hearing that Jimi Hendrix had died. And this is what he came up with. It's a beautiful song. It's called Tiny Island. Wish I had a tiny island floating in the sea. Palm trees sway, don't get in the way. It's tropical ease. And everywhere that I keep my silence, no sound returns to me. Just endless waves at the end of our days, the sighing of the seas. But yesterday's gone. I don't know where I come from. Don't know where I'm going. The very last time that you saw me off, thought it was understood that I'd be gone for a very long time, might be gone for good. And all that time, all the time, thought you would never fall. It did not dawn to cross my mind the time that you lost it all. But yesterday's gone. I don't know where I come from. Don't know where I'm going. Sometimes I feel like a tiny island floating in the sea. Palm trees sway, don't get in the way. It's a tropical ease. And everywhere that I keep my silence, no sound returns to me. Just endless waves and the love that you gave washing over me. But yesterday's gone. I don't know where I come from. Don't know where I'm going. All right. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Al. It's a group project on that one. This next song's another Richard Thompson, and about Elvis Presley. I am not an Elvis Presley fan, but I love this song because it speaks to the relationship between musicians and their fans, and that's a big thing. It's an extremely powerful thing. This one's called From Galway to Graceland. Oh, she dressed in the dark, and she whispered amen. She was pretty and pink like a young girl again. 20 years married, and she never thought twice. She walked out the door and slipped into the night, and silver wings carried her over the sea, from the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee. Ah, to be with her sweethearts. Well, she left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. She was humming Suspicion. That's the song she liked best. She had Elvis, I love you, tattooed on her breast. When they landed in Memphis, well, her heart beat so fast. She dreamed for so long, now she'd see him at last. She's down by his graveside day after day, and come closing time they would drag her away. Ah, to be with her sweethearts. Well, she'd left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. Well, they came by the thousands, from the whole human race, to pay their respects at his last resting place. Ah, but blindly she knelt there, and she told him her dreams, and it seemed that he answered her. That's how it seemed. When they dragged her away, it was handcuffs this time. She said, my good man, are you out of your mind? Can't you see that we're married? Look, I'm wearing his ring. I come from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. I come from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. All right. Thank you, Richard, for that. And again, the singer had to die for this song to be written. It's tragic. So this next one is a Pierre Bensusan song, and it's one of the first Celtic-oriented tunes that I ever learned. So it's an old favorite. It's called Lady de Nantes. Pierre Bensusan, another one you should definitely check out if you don't know him. Great stuff. Got one last guitar switch here. These last two songs are instrumental finger pickers, and took me a long time to figure out how to get there, and they continue to be a challenge, but they're beautiful. I think they're worth it. This first one is called The Pelican. It's by John Renbourn. Hopefully everybody can hear that. This is The Pelican from John Renbourn. by John Renbourn, the Pelican. Beautiful in the air, ungainly on the ground. Yeah, a little bit ungainly. That's how that one works. This next one is next and final one. It's called The Handing Down, and it's by Gerhard. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. That's it for me this afternoon. See you hopefully in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody.